So I'm on my way again up to North Carolina after a couple of days chilling in a Hispanic neighborhood in Charleston, which was really cool. A little bit run down. There's a trailer literally opposite where I was staying. It was the only house really on the street. Everything else was trailers that literally looked like the start of any zombie apocalypse movie. It was great. Stopping at just arrived at south of the border, South Carolina, which is really really tacky tourist destination from like the 80s or something. It's really bad. It's like nobody here, but I would say it's on my way through. It wasn't really. I took about an hour's detour to sort of ponder because somebody said, oh, you should go here, and it's shit. But I've seen it and I've done it, and it's only taken me an hour out of my way. So I've now got a 5-hour drive up to North Carolina, which is supposed to be really beautiful, in the mountains, to stay with a couple of people that I met during the eclipse. So super excited about that. So yeah, hopefully there'll be lots of places en route to stop off at. Maybe up in the mountains, take a couple of photos. Oh, and I broke my phone. Well, I say I broke my phone. The screen went. Every time I leave the country, my phone just decides to just not do what it's supposed to do. Obviously, when I was in the States the last time, I left my phone on the plane. Time before that I was in Gibraltar and I dropped my phone in the Mediterranean, as one does when one has had a few too many drinks on a jetty, and when one is staying on a boat. And my phone was absolutely fine this morning. My alarm went off, got up, replied to a couple of emails, a couple of WhatsApp messages. And then when I went to leave the house, it just stopped working. So I had to stop off at a phone shop. And then they told me that I couldn't use it when I got back to the UK because it's got a 60-day lock on it for SIM cards or something. So then I had to go to Best Buy and pick up a $200. Well, it said $200, but obviously the way American price things work, they don't add tax on until you get to the till, so it's actually $217. So yeah, so that was fun. So I had to deal with that. But I have a new phone, and we shall see what happens. Transferring everything over. It's always a phone issue. What is it with me and phones? What is it with me and phones? I genuinely do not understand at this point. It's only 10 minutes away and they are proper up in the mountains. Proper up in the mountains with the windy roads and everything. Good morning. I am just sat outside the place, on the balcony of the place that I'm staying in North Carolina, the sort of northwest North Carolina, and that is the view. It's beautiful, it really is. Surrounded by trees, out in the mountains. But the mountains, they just go on and on and on. I'm showing this better in real life than it is on the video. There's a dog. So yeah, life is good today. Sitting, chilling, tea in hand, admiring the view. Okay, so I'm on the Blue Ridge Parkway path, and yeah, going up to the tallest mountain in sort of like the east part of the US, Tallest mountain unless you go over to either like California or Colorado or somewhere like that, and that's Mount something that I will remember once I'm at the top. Mount Ridge or something like that. Anyway, look at this beautiful, beautiful view. So I'm going higher and higher and higher, and yeah, the beautiful North Carolina mountains. They go all the way over to Tennessee, etc. Okay, another outlook. This is the Green Knob outlook. Lol. Elevation 4,760, and it's in feet because they measure height of things in feet in the US. And I believe, if my memory serves me, although I've not fact checked it today, but I'm pretty confident that Ben Nevis, the tallest mountain in the UK, is 4,500 feet. I think I remember that from when I googled it when I was in Wyoming, maybe like 5 years ago or something. So Ben Nevis is the tallest mountain in the UK is 4,500, sorry, and we are 4,760 feet up, and I think we're going even higher. We're going up, but it's just beautiful views. Lots of bugs all over the place.
Elevation will go up over 8,000. Right
wow.
now it's
5,000. So the tallest mountain in the UK is 4,500. Well, 4,400 feet.
Which one?
Ben Nevis. I just googled it. So, but it gets chilly up there.
Yeah. Wow, you in a car?
Pardon?
You're in a car.
That's true. By the car park, there's a little place where you can buy some chocolate. So I thought, why the hell not? I'll try a Hershey's bar. It's vile. It's absolutely vile. I don't know what the hell this aftertaste is doing, but it's not good. American chocolate is so bad. So this is the top of Mount Mitchell, the tallest peak east of the Mississippi. Okay, so this is the map of North Carolina.
Oh, I see.
And they're right here.
Hey. Boo. Sit.
So that's north over there, and this is south over here. And you can just see for miles and miles and miles. It's better in the flesh than it is on video, obviously. Okay, so 6,684 feet. Highest peak east of the Mississippi River. And I did fact check what I said earlier about Ben Nevis being 4,500 feet. It's actually 4,400 feet. Okay, so I'm now hiking in the Black Mountains, which is the mountain range that I'm in next to Mount Mitchell, just coming down off Mount Mitchell, and it's actually really beautiful. Middle of nowhere. This is only not a long hike because obviously I've got time constraints. It is Candy's birthday this evening, so she's going into Asheville for some food, maybe going for some ice cream afterwards. So yeah, got that to look forward to. Candy and Greg have been absolutely fantastic. Obviously met them in Arkansas during the eclipse with Jess and Garcia, and then we and then when I mentioned that I would be passing through North Carolina, they suggested you need to come stay with us in the mountains. And definitely recommend. Well, a lot of people, when they think of the US, right, they think of Miami, they think of New York and LA, they think of all these big metropolitan, shallow cities where there's a lot of people with more money than sense. Or on the opposite side of things, they think of, you know, the drug addiction and all that sort of things. But actually there's some really beautiful places in the US for sure. So definitely worth getting out and about. Just look at this beautiful trail down the side of the mountain. And everybody in the state is really lovely. I've not met, well, actually that's not true. There's a couple of Karens, but you get them everywhere. I feel kind of bad as well because I've not really had that much of a chance to do much of a GoPro. But on the last couple of weeks, now that I've got some time to myself, I'm not singing to anybody else's tune, couchsurfing my way across the US, which is exactly how I like to do my holidays. Not just the US, but anywhere really. Yeah, surviving on less than 10 quid a day. No fancy restaurants, none of that. Sampling local food. You know, it's been great. And just look at the view now. I am definitely a forest person. I'm not really a beach person. You know, I'm not really. I mean, the mountains are great, but stick me in a forest and I'm happy. So I've come down from the peak, a couple of thousand feet, and it is a lot warmer down here than it was up there. It wasn't cold up there by any stretch, but it was definitely breezy. Felt like on top of the mountain. I mean, it was nearly 7. It was 6,800 feet or something along those lines. So I'm in a little village, little teeny tiny, I say village, 3 houses, called Little Switzerland, which apparently there's some nice little shops and little cafe. I might get something to eat. But yeah, very cute. Look at this. This is in Little Switzerland. Nice little view. Like the little buildings. Just been to get something from the shop. Bought a seasoning for my chicken wings called Butt Rub because Mount Butt is nearby, which is just the best name for something. And this is like a little inn. I mean, they call it an inn, but it's not an inn as we know it. It's more of like a motel style thing. And I got a candle as well for Candy because it's her birthday today. No idea whether she'll like it, whether she even does candles. But you know what, if she doesn't like it, she'll smile and she will tell me that she does. So, what difference does it make? Am I right? And it's a thought that counts. Okay, so this is where I'm staying. That's my car. Beautiful, beautiful view. And the view from the other side, out on the balcony, is just stunning. We have to take everything out of the car. All food needs to be out in the evening because bears, they can smell there's black bears in the area, they can smell the food, and apparently one guy left some food in his car overnight and the bears came, tried to get into the car, caused like over, I think it was about $1,000 worth of damage or something like that. And this is what we're going for a ride in. Say hi.
Hi.
Do my little video diary.
Okay, so there's no opener on the outside, it's only on the inside here. So this water here originates at the top of the mountain. You see from our place. This is one of the runoffs of that mountain, and it goes all the way down the mountain and joins other rivers.
Oh. just about to head out for the day. My last day here in North Carolina, enjoying a nice cup of tea with this incredible view. Kind of gutted that I didn't see a bear since I've been here. Apparently Candy said she's not seen one this year. They came out of hibernation a couple of months ago, but apparently you see them quite regularly. So yeah, and they get bobcats as well around here. So yeah, a really nice, really peaceful area. She said that she left the grill out one night and the bear had obviously come down and smashed it up and stuff like that. So she's learned the lesson, don't leave the grill out. She tried to put a mouse trap out, but the bear thinks it's some sort of a toy because the black bears, it keeps throwing it down the hill. So, but they've got like security cameras up and stuff and like motion detectors, so quite often, you know, they'll have a look to see if anything's wandered past. So yeah, just about to explore my final day with this beautiful view to wake up to. It's a little bit cloudy today, but tomorrow I'm going to start the long 7-hour drive to Jamestown and then a further 3.5 hours to Baltimore. So I'll be doing about 10 hours driving total tomorrow. So I need to be up and out bright and early. Okay, so I've climbed up, hoping it would take me to the top of the waterfall, but it hasn't taken me to the top of the waterfall. There's another passage that leads straight down there. So I think I'm going to turn around and go back because I don't want to leave Candy at the bottom. Although, it does take that's where I've just come down up from, down there. And I suppose you can go even higher up. You know what, I'm going to just pop to the top of this and see what it is, and if not, I'll turn around and I'll come back. It's quite steep though, to be fair. Quite steep. Okay, so there is further up I can go if I wanted to, but I've come kind of all the way. I'm going quite high, which is fine, I think, but I don't really want to leave Candy for much longer, so I'm going to turn around and I'm going to wander back down because it's a two-person job really, this. Okay, so we're at the site of an old mine, emerald mine, and we've just been in one of the museums to have a look at like the kind of stuff they did, and this is it. I think you can. They've actually got some flumes going and you can pay to, like, you know, sift and mine, but I think we're good with that, aren't we? Yeah. But it's very interesting looking at the history, and they had a bit of Native American history in there as well, didn't they?
Yes.
You want to comment?
Arrowheads
Arrowheads, yep.
from thousands of years old.
Inside the mine. And then in here is the fluorescence. These are all the rocks that light up when exposed to UV. It's kind of cool. You can hear all the birds. We've got a couple of nests in here somewhere. Off on the road again, and it's been a really nice couple of days. I went off-roading as well, which is really cool. That little side-by-side that we went for a little ride in, he just sort of turned around the corner because he's like, "Do you want to drive it?" I'm like, yeah, sure. Then we turned around the corner, he was like, see that hill right there? Drive up it. And we drove over like knocked down trees, and he was like, just hold the rev down and you're just gonna bounce over all this shit. So much fun, so much fun. But now I have a 7-hour drive over to Jamestown and then another 3-hour drive up to Baltimore. So it's gonna be the day in the car today. So yay. 7:15, supposed to leave at 7, but it is what it is.